Have you ever noticed how a simple Lego brick can instantly take you back to being a kid? Well, today's guest knows this feeling well. This week on Stack Conversations, I'm sitting down with Joel, better known online as Sipping with Studs, a lifelong Lego lover who's built a community around the joy of the brick. We talk about the nostalgia Lego brings, the importance of representation in the Lego community, and why he's chosen to prioritize family while still enjoying the hobby he loves. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Stack Conversations so you never miss an episode. Now, grab a brick and get comfortable because this conversation is about to stack up. This is Stack Conversations. Lego. What's up, family, and welcome to Stack Conversations with Sweetie Bricks, where we build Lego and talk about life one brick at a time. Y'all, the man is here, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, Sipping with Studs, Joel. Welcome, man.
What's happening?
Hey, man, nothing. It's a rainy day here in the Atlanta area.
It's raining. It was a wet drive-in, but it's worth it.
It is totally worth it. So glad to have you. This conversation is like over a year in the making.
A year and a week and a half in
Yeah.
the making?
Yeah, because we met last year at Atlanta BrickCon,
Yep.
and
I fanboy hard.
He
I saw
did.
Erica across the room. Things happen in slow motion. I start running up. Can I get a selfie?
the slow motion.
You know me? You know me?
Yo, yeah, he totally started talking to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this he knows me, like he follows me, and it was weird for me because I was just going to experience, Atlanta BrickCon, but we talked about doing some things, and we're finally able to start doing it. 2026 is our year. It's gonna be some good stuff with Sweetie Bricks and Sipping with Studs. Good things are coming, and 2025 was a whirlwind year, but now 2026 is just gonna be even better, and I'm super excited to have you, mainly because you are my first guest that is a lifelong fan of Lego. Lifelong. What was your very first memory of Lego or building anything in general?
Oh, man. So obviously I had family members, cousins, things like that are older than me. Big family. We're from Georgia. So family members had Lego. I'm the youngest. I have an older brother who's 8 years older. He wasn't really into Lego. He was more that G.I. Joe kid.
Okay.
But my very first memory, Erica, of Lego, you remember Kmart?
I do remember Kmart.
All right. I'm throwing it back for the people. Kmart was like your poor man's Target way back in the day or whatever. So, but anyway, I was in Kmart with my mom in a stroller.
Oh.
And we are in line to check out. And I saw poly bags. You know how they have them like right there on
the checkout.
At the checkout. I saw a poly bag and I was like, Mom, can I get that? It was like a little race car kind of thing.
Wow.
And I was like, Mom, can I get that? And she was like, sure, baby, whatever. So tossed it to me, and that set it off.
That started your whole trajectory with Lego.
Started my whole trajectory. And I've been hooked ever since.
That's amazing because, I've not been building Lego that long. And so it's so new to me. And I feel a little intimidated when I'm talking to lifelong Lego builders.
No. No intimidation. No. That's not a thing.
Okay, awesome. Well, Stack Conversations where you're building a Lego set. What'd you bring for us to build today?
All right. So hitting on that nostalgia.
Okay.
Right. So I have 3 kids.
Uh-huh.
Ethan, my oldest, Olivia, my daughter,
uh-huh.
18, 16, and Julian, my 11-year-old.
Okay.
For my 11th birthday, my best friend Julian, who my son's named after, got me my very first Technic set.
Your very first?
My very first Technic set.
Now, is this the original?
This is not the original.
Oh.
So my original, there's pieces of this in my backlog, not in my backlog, in my bulk.
Okay.
So I could probably rebuild it, but again, I'm old. Whatever, I had the pieces, but I ordered this off of eBay because I needed it. And so we were in Tampa for vacation last week, and I was talking about that, and I was hanging out with my youngest, Julian, and I was telling him about Julian, who he was named after. So he gave me my very first Technic set. He's like, really? I was like, buddy, eBay right now. We're going to get it. I ordered it. It came in. I needed it for this interview.
Oh, my goodness, man. That is amazing. Technic is my favorite theme, and followed up by like Brickheads.
You appreciate Technic, so I had to bring something special for you.
I feel like I was supposed to be an engineer, or maybe in my past life I was an engineer. Who knows?
I'm an engineer.
I know you are.
Sipping with nerds is what it should be. Yeah, so that's my other That's my other channel.
Hey man, well listen, you go ahead, pop that thing open.
Right.
You have your nostalgia moments, and
Look at that.
I'm so excited for you because that's got to be an amazing feeling.
This is an amazing feeling, and there's not kind of a, I don't want to call it a negative connotation within the Lego community on Technic. Have you noticed that at all?
I have seen that a lot of builders will not touch a Technic set. I've heard that it can be very stressful for some, so it takes away the excitement of building the Lego.
Sure,
and it's
sure.
that you said, I think it's not original Lego bricks.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yep. There's a lot of that, and it not being that instant kind of gratification of what you're putting together. You know, 10, 15 steps into a brick head. Okay, I'm building the base, but I see it forming.
Right.
Technic, you're building that frame, and you're not seeing it for
a long time.
A long time. But I remember getting this and that engineering in me stirring, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And being able to put this together, and then seeing like the steering wheel work with the axle and all that. Just it set it off.
It does, man. So 2025, I did my 365 days.
You did what's 365? What are you talking about?
So for everyone out there that does not know, in 2025, we started, when I say we, is really me, and I was at home one day at the end of 2024, and my wife got me the Lego Pac-Man. I built it in maybe like 8 to 10 hours.
That was your first set?
That was not my first set ever. No.
Okay.
That was
like wifey coming through with the Lego Pac-Man. You serious?
Right. That was not my first set ever. But before that, I would buy Lego maybe every once in a while. And my wife knew that I like Lego. So like for my birthday, she'd give me a Lego set. If I had a weekend where I wouldn't do anything, I might go to Target or Walmart and pick something up.
So you had the interest.
Interest was already there.
Okay. All right.
But I was not ingrained in it as I am now. So I was not familiar with the minifigure process. I wasn't even really familiar with like Bricklink and Pick a Brick and all of that stuff. But I built that set in a day, and I was talking to my wife, and I was like, I wonder if I can build a Lego set every day for a year. And she was like, okay. And I was like, you okay with that? She was like, yeah, do it. And I was like, okay.
Did you have a backlog?
No, there was no backlog.
Erica.
So that was like everyone's thinking I was doing it because I had this large backlog that I was just trying to build out of.
Like a 25 set buffer to like kind of go. No,
nothing.
Not
zero.
A polybag.
Nothing.
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 Wow.
Like literally. So January 1st, 2025, it was my first Lego release day.
Okay.
So I go and I bought maybe 15 to 20 sets, and that started me off. If you've been to Lego release day, all right, if the store opens at 10 a.m., you got to be in line by like 8:30. If you show up 9:45, 10 o'clock, you may not get whatever you're there to get.
Let me tell you how many times that wife and I go and get Waffle House and then get our coffee and go stand in line.
Right. That's a process. And so 2026 now, I was better prepared. But that first year I went, I got in there. I was following other people into the mall because, of course, the mall's not open.
The mall's not open. So you got to find the right exit.
You got to find the right place to go in. And so I'm just going in, and it was a great process, and I loved it. But so 2025, I built 365 days of Legos. I built a Lego set every single day.
You say it so casually. Like that is not a huge accomplishment.
It was a massive accomplishment. It really was. And when I started, and it's crazy because there was another guy out there that was doing 365. Really? Yeah. At the time, when I started, I just happened to be scrolling, and I saw somebody else was like, this is day, 3 of, me building a Lego set every day for a year. Okay. Now, he was in another country. He was not in the U.S., but it was a little intimidating because, like, his channel was growing faster than mine. And I was like, oh, man, like, he's getting some traction. I was like, it's okay. No worries. I'm just doing this for my own enjoyment. And I had to remind myself of that. So it gets to, like, day maybe 300. And I'm like, let me go check in because I haven't looked for a long time. Buddy stopped at day 212.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because he was honest. He was just saying that it became a lot building every day and the editing. And he was like, I'm starting to not enjoy building.
Erica, that's a real thing.
It is.
I remember when I first started sipping with Studs, I was like, I love building Lego. Yep. I've always loved building Lego. I don't ever want it to become a job. Because they say, find the thing that you love to do, and it's never work.
Right.
I was working in the city, building sets with my kids, building sets with my friends. But that's a real thing. And I've noticed that in my own content. I haven't posted this week.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a post? Oh, my channel's around having a drink while I'm doing that. I don't want to drink right now. Is that pressure? That's a real thing.
Shout out to Maticus Bricks. He was one that told me when I first started, don't lose your love of Lego in this challenge. You know what I'm saying? which is why I decided to not do it another year because it was a lot.
I'm going to ask you about that.
Well, I enjoyed the Lego building part. The part that was not so much fun was the editing. That part became a little bit stressful. Yeah. So I understood 100% how that guy was feeling. I felt like that at one point. It was many days I was like, babe, I don't know if I'll make it through the end of the year. And it was her and it was a lot of my family and my friends that were just like, hey, did you build today? Even my kids were like, you haven't built yet. You need to go build. And I'm like, you're right.
Oh, that's what's up.
Even on days I just want to build, but I don't feel like recording it. And they'd be like,
you had that support system like baked in from jump, or all 100% behind you and everything.
100%. And once I started something, they were not going to let me stop it. Even people gifted me sets. They were like, hey, I love what you're doing. And I just want to encourage you. So I appreciate that. And it was a journey, man. But the biggest thing that I took away from it was all of the conversations and the connections that I did start with people, right. Which, of course, is why we're here now with Stack Conversations, because it allowed me to introduce Lego to so many people, but also to learn a lot from people that have already been building Lego so long and have been in community for, you know.
Is that an age joke?
No, never. It is a respect joke, my brother.
I shaved to get some of the grays out, before I came on and everything.
But listen, how does building Lego make you feel? So, especially because you've been doing it from childhood. So it's obviously been something that has brought you some sort of joy or peace.
100%. Yeah. So I'm the youngest of two.
Okay.
My brother's 8 years older than I am. 7, 8, building Lego. He's in high school. He doesn't want to sit down and build with little brother.
Right.
So I was alone a lot. And so for me, it was just that thing that I could sit down, focus my mind, watch cartoons, eat my cereal, do my thing or whatever. And it was just a release because I have that engineering brain because that's what I went to school and that's what I do. I just needed that thing to quiet me down and give me focus. I was a big reader, vivacious reader, and I just gravitated to books, comic books. I collected basketball cards. We got to talk about your jumper.
You do got to talk about basketball.
Saw the goal. How's your jumper?
Oh, my jumper's A1. It's still A1. Okay, I haven't played in a long time, but once you have it, you never lose it.
That's what Reggie Miller said. The last thing to go is your jumper.
Hey, listen, shout out to Reggie.
Shout out.
He's good, but the best, his sister Cheryl. Come on now.
Cheryl dropped 100.
Cheryl did drop 100.
Cheryl dropped 100.
He said he grew up with greatness. You know what I'm saying? So he was just
trying to her flowers. Okay.
He was trying to live up to be Cheryl. So I got to give my girl Cheryl.
So this is the Reggie Cheryl situation.
Absolutely.
I love that. Okay.
Oh man.
How Lego makes me feel. So Lego, from then even to now, it's just that quiet comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I can go down into my city. I can build in my office. I can be in between meetings literally during the day and grab a brickhead and just work on something real quick. And it just quiets me.
Yeah.
And I'll take walks and it just kind of gives me that comfort and peace of knowing that I can always go back to just singularly focus on one thing. I don't have to worry about mortgage, 3 kids, being married, and all the life stuff that happens.
Yeah, I have to agree with that because this whole process of starting Stack Conversations and getting people to come out and do interviews and recording and editing. And it's been super stressful. The other night, I was just super stressed out. I literally came down here and grabbed a poly bag and I just need to build something because I was just so frustrated.
What had you stressed out?
Well, this whole process, I'll just go ahead and tell a lot of y'all, this is me and Joel's second time having a seat together.
Wait, another Joel? Or...
No, he was here earlier this week. Okay. And we had an amazing time just recording and conversing with each other.
Highlight of my week so far.
Yeah, same. And it was great. It kind of solidified this whole Stack Conversations things for me. Oh. And I realized after he left and I was going back to edit that at some point in our conversation, I lost the footage. Like it cut off and we lost like 45 minutes. We lost the bulk, like the true feeling of the whole conversation. And so, I had a whole meltdown. I was like, I can't believe this. Like I felt so bad because it was so great. But of course, Joel being who he is, he was like, listen, I don't care. I'm coming back and we're doing it again. And he was like, cause we're going to make it work. But
she's joking. I had an overnight bag.
He's like, I love it here so much.
I work remote. I brought my laptop.
We did talk about him coming and building my tables and stuff like that.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So during COVID, I got into woodworking. And so I started building all my tables in my Lego City are custom built.
That's awesome. Obviously, we're natural builders, honestly.
There you go.
So I got to ask, are you an instructions person or are you an improv person?
Oh, you're not gonna like this answer.
Oh, I'll just give it to me.
I'm both.
Both.
I'm a rule follower. I'm a natural rule follower. Do you remember that show, The Good Place? Did you ever watch The Good Place?
Yes.
So my wife is Eleanor. She's got the mouth. She's got the anger. She's got the whole deal or whatever. I am Cheaty.
You're Cheaty.
I'm the rule follower. And so we make that joke all the time. I'm not going to get in trouble for that, but we make that joke all the time.
Yeah.
We're Eleanor and Cheaty. So I have to sit down and follow the instructions. Again, engineering me.
Right.
But also, I like that creativity part. So when I'm on my walks or if I'm at the gym, I'm always thinking about what am I working on next? Like, how can I do things? So I like to follow the rules and read my instructions. But going back to being, 5, 6 years old, we didn't have a lot of money growing up.
Yeah.
So even with sets being cheaper, per se, back then, it was Valentine's Day, my birthday, and Christmas, whenever I would get like a $40 set. And I remember when this one came out and Julian got it for me, I want to say it was probably like $15, $17 or something like that. But that was a big deal. Everything that I would get, I would build it and immediately take it apart because I'm having to keep myself entertained. So I had a squadron of fighter jets that were 2x4 bricks stacked on top of each other.
Right.
It's all kids' imagination.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So because we didn't have a lot, I had to make the most of what I had.
Absolutely.
And I think as adult fans of Lego, we get into that, let's build and display. That looks great. All over not all over my house because I can't have it everywhere in my house. But in my home, we have some display pieces. The display ability of Lego is beautiful. It looks, especially nowadays, you see the art pieces and botanicals. But yeah, I encourage people to branch out, build your own thing, let that creativity flow and see what you can come up with yourself. You'd be amazed. You'd really be amazed what you can come up with. Have you built anything on your own so far?
I have not. I think Wiley gave me some great suggestions when we talked at Atlanta BrickCon. He said, start with a set that you've already built and remix it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing that intrigues me about MOCs in general are the fact that this is your own creation. It just leaves so much for creativity, which I love.
So when you interview with Sipping with Studs, you got to come down. I don't have this amazing space like you because I'm literally in a closet.
That's the first thing he said. He's like, your room is so much bigger than mine. And I'm like, man, you don't know how much I had to go through to get this room and that overflow room that I got over there.
Let me tell you. All right. So here's the Sipping with Studs origin story. So I had sets and everything built in my office, display sets. We moved into our house 2 weeks before shelter in place when COVID hit.
Okay.
So we closed. And then we were like, oh, yay, we're moving in.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this COVID thing? And then like the world shut
down.
And so luckily we have, 3 floors and we were able to separate and everybody have their own space. But I was like, the kids actually came up and they were like, Dad, let's build a Lego city. I had no desire whatsoever to build a Lego city. I had a couple of modulars, but they were just on display. They were just on the shelves. And so they were like, can we build a Lego city? So I was into woodworking. I went in the garage. I built a small little table. It's probably 3x4, pretty small. We started building a Lego city on that. And then it just started growing. I ordered road plates. Road plates were hard to get because I think a lot of people were building Lego. And so I remember the road plates coming in. I was like, well, what about a train, guys? And they're like, yeah, we need a train. All right, now I got to build a bigger table. So I went through 2 or 3 different tables before it got to the point. And I was watching a video the other night where I had my first iteration of the city, like the big city, and there was a ping pong table in a room too. And I was like, well, what about if we get out this ping pong table out of here?
Use it.
And my wife's like, no, this is the rec room. Like, this is where the kids hang out. This is where their friends come over. Like, it's not going to be a Lego room, Joel. So for years, I wrestled with that.
Yeah.
And it finally worked out. I kept increasing it enough.
You just slowly.
So that's how that worked out. But yeah, that wasn't an overnight thing.
When did you start your TikTok journey or Instagram and just posting about your love for Lego?
Sure. So I have my personal Instagram account and I was following some creators. I was following Brickago, Bobby.
Okay.
Great guy. Following Jen Builds.
Yes.
I love Jen. Jen's my sis. And so
Jen is sipping Build Fridays.
Yep.
So you gotta talk about that too.
Okay.
How'd that go down?
So I was following Jen. Her handle is Jen Builds. Right? And she has a thing where her community get together on Friday nights for sipping and building. I'm sipping with studs.
Right.
Jen knew me just as Joel because I only had my personal thing.
Right.
And so when I created Sipping with Studs, I should have okayed it with her. But she was like, who's this person? I think someone in her community was like, somebody's trying to steal your sipping with Fridays thing or whatever. And she was like, who is this? And so she tells the story a lot better. So when you interview Jen, have Jen tell the story too.
I will.
She's like, I sick the dogs in you. Like, find out everything you can know about this guy.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, wait a second. That's Joel.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he's cool. He's cool. And I was like, I'm not trying to steal your thunder. Then I went on sipping Build Fridays with her.
Yeah.
And then we had a good joke about it and everything. But I was like, I'm not stealing your thunder. Mine is just, I like to have a drink while I build. She's like, okay, I'll let that slide. No, my journey came from my wife suggesting it. She was like, you're a very extroverted person. You like to make relationships, quality over quantity. Why don't you go out and meet some people in the community? Because I have been going to Atlanta BrickCon for 2 or 3 years before that. Yeah. Just as me. I would take the kids and we would go and we find minifigures and look at the displays and everything because we love Lego. Right. And so I had really no desire to get into the community or be a YouTuber or anything like that. I'm content being who I am. But when she proposed the idea of meeting other people, like-minded people, and building those relationships, and I didn't know the community in Atlanta was as big as it was and everything.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And so that part intrigued me, and so that's where we started it. And I remember she got me a glass that had the logo stenciled on it.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, here's your glass. You're official now.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
But it
that's
was the
cool.
encouragement, the family support. I don't know how to make content. Like, what am I doing? People don't want to watch me build. Like, 50 people have built this same set. They don't want to see that. But she was like, just mix it up and just be you. That's how that came about.
That started. Yeah, that's cool, man. I think we both got into posting on TikTok and Instagram simply because, one, we enjoy Lego, right? Yep. But also because I didn't see a whole lot of people that look like me and you. I didn't even know Jen Builds. I didn't know Memphis Bricks. I didn't know Bricks by Dre. These were not pages that were coming across my For You page. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I would see, Emmasaurus. I would see Maticus Bricks.
Brixie.
I would see, Jens. I see Danny Bob and all amazing content creators. But I do think that representation matters. I know we like to build Lego too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but no, I definitely think that representation matters. And I did not start seeing so many different Lego content creators until I started my Sweetie Bricks page. And one thing I can say is everyone in the Lego community is so amazing, right? We all build Lego. We all love Lego for different reasons, but I have not personally come across anyone that has been territorial in
no gatekeeping.
No gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to share what we know. I was talking to Joel and I was talking to Dre at Atlanta BrickCon because I'm starting to think about that whole mock situation. And I'm like, I know these two have some insight into that already. And so, getting together and just communicating, it's a great community to be a part of. And then when I started, I was like, oh man, there's so many other Lego content creators out there that are doing amazing things. And so I was like, oh, I got to follow them, and I was like, I'm following along with them. And so when they're coming up to me and they're like, oh my God, I follow you. And I'm like, I follow you. You know what I'm saying? So it's been definitely a whole vibe, man. And I love being a part of the Lego community. And now, do you have any aspirations to make your way into land? Is that on the horizon for you? How you feel about that?
Not really.
Not really?
If it's one of those things, I'm an organic guy. If it happens, it happens. Right. I'm not going to turn down free Lego. Yeah. But I think with that too comes the pressure of creating content, being on. I have a full-time job. My first and priority is taking care of my family. Right. Am I going to take away from the responsibilities of my family? Am I going to start missing games? Am I going to start missing meets and things like that to review Lego? Yeah. I don't have a desire for that. Yeah. I'm perfectly content doing this, meeting up with friends and things like that and being in my city building. Absolutely. Again, if it happens, Lego reaches out, then who knows? One of those kind of things. But for me, no real aspiration for it. What about you?
Kind of the same. I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to get some free Lego. Let's just say that, number one.
And I will say, just to interrupt you real quick, being a part of land isn't so much about the free Lego too. I think that's kind of a negative connotation that those people get sometimes, and sometimes they get it unfairly. Right. Like
people are like, "Oh, you're just saying this because you're getting free Lego." It's like,
well, you have your own opinions and things like that. So our boy Eric Eric Brick.
Eric Brick, shout out to Eric.
Shout out to Eric. Just recently
got in.
Us,
yep,
got into land.
Like, Dr. Sahara also got into land. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Sahara.
Give her flowers and everything. Just
absolutely.
And so that's starting to happen, which is encouraging. Yeah. I love that. Mm-hmm. And so there was one thing when I was walking down your stairs, you had the Pharrell set.
Yeah.
So tell the people about the Pharrell set.
So the Pharrell set is Over the Moon, but it was off the Piece by Piece movie that Lego did with Pharrell Williams, and it comes with these minifigure heads.
Yep.
And maybe 6 or 7 rows of like 6 or 7 heads.
There's a lot of heads.
40, you're 40 plus in minifigure heads, right?
But minifigure heads that look like us.
Us, right? And there's different versions of that, and that's hard to find.
I can't find a bald, brown glasses, shaded beard,
right?
Minifigure head.
Yeah. We're still working on the bodies though. We're not yellow.
All my hands are yellow. I don't have yellow hands.
Right. Yeah. Those things are important. And I was so excited when I got that set. And I think that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to get it, was because of the minifigure heads. But also too, I was talking to Dr. Sahara. I invited her to be a part of my Day 365 celebration. And so we were on live, and she was just talking about, how Lego really is trying to become more diverse. And she was like, sis, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, like, we need to apply, because the reason that a lot of people are not in land is because they just simply are not applying to be in land.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. She was like, you don't want to miss an opportunity to be a part of something that you can. And I was like, okay, cool. But like I said, it's not one of those things that if I don't ever get in land, am I going to stop building Lego? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah. I mean, if I get in land, it's going to be cool to be able to open up the door and, to continue to do what I have been doing this whole time, which is introducing Lego to people that maybe have never come across Lego. Especially for me, it's been more so about like introducing my students, introducing my children, younger kids in general, to the opportunities of building Lego, because it was something that I didn't necessarily have when I was growing up. Obviously, we all were familiar with the big Duplo brick, but it's been a whole new world for me. And so I'm like, if I have an opportunity to become a member of the land and be able to share that with so many other people, then of course I'm going to take every opportunity that I can, but it's not going to make or break me for sure.
Because I don't think it should define any of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, absolutely.
Never I want Sipping with Studs to be my identity. When Erica's giving my eulogy, my Lego eulogy, I just want her to say he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And I want that to be what echoes throughout the community. He was inclusive and he was just a good dude. Going back to what you were talking about with the representation, becoming an engineer, I remember getting into about middle school, maybe high school time. I'm trying to think when Mindstorms came out. But you know Mindstorms?
I'm not familiar.
So Mindstorms was a Lego theme. Mm-hmm. That was kind of like the scientific kind of deal, like with robotics and everything. So you can like do things and like the motors would run and they would move the parts and all kinds of stuff. That was combining my two passions. So I love that. And so again, I've gone and done talks at schools, but more for STEM, just getting more kids into, engineering and things like that, because I didn't have anybody that looked like me.
Right.
Like, oh, you can be a software engineer. This is what that looks like. This is the track that you need to go on. It was like, how's your jumper?
Right.
Can you run fast?
Yeah.
And I did sports in high school and all that kind of stuff too, but it wasn't like that wasn't my only way out kind of thing. Like I had opportunities, I had options, so to speak. And so don't talk about it, be about it, right? If we want more inclusivity into Lego, we need to be applying for that. Absolutely. And I'm glad you told me that, because I didn't know that. So maybe that is something that I need to pray about and be like, okay, do I need to go and do that?
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you.
Of course, man. We don't gatekeep over here. You know what I'm saying?
What we're about.
When one of us wins, we want everyone to win.
We want all of us to win.
Absolutely. Right. So you are a great dude. And I would say all those amazing things about you.
That was me baiting you to say that, because I am a words of affirmation. Give me all the praise.
I'm going to hype you up, man.
Just hype me up.
I'm going to definitely hype you up.
I'm going to walk out of here feeling 5'7".
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Listen, so gotta since we're talking about height here, okay? Since we're talking about height here.
Are you gonna talk about London BrickCon?
Yes, I have to, because apparently all weekend everybody saw Joel and they saw me, right? And then they were like,
we're not allowed to stand by each other anymore. Ever again.
Because everyone just kept saying to Joel, I didn't realize you were this short. And he's like, yeah, this is my height. And then everyone on the flip side, everybody kept saying to me, sweetie, we didn't know you were so tall. And he's like, well, she's standing next to me. So
yeah, right. It was like that movie Twins from way back in the day. It's like, we had you're Arnold. No, you're Arnold. Congratulations.
Yeah. But yeah, so now, every time I say something, Joe's like, is that a short joke? And I'm like, no, man, I promise I wouldn't do you like that.
I'm content. I've gotten it my whole life. And I use that self-deprecation to kind of break the ice and keep things going or whatever. So I'm good, people. It's all good. It's all good.
So you're rocking on the Technic set, but I gotta ask you, man, what in your life right now are you building brick by brick?
What am I building brick by brick? Can it be non-Lego?
Absolutely.
All right. Relationships and family.
Okay.
My kids are getting older.
Yeah.
And I got a kid that's graduating high school in a few months.
Oh,
that's starting to
Congratulations.
hit. That's starting to hit.
Yeah.
Dude is rocking it. He's rocking it.
That's awesome.
4.2. He's gotten into Mercer. We're waiting to hear back from Tech and Emory and Vanderbilt right now.
That's awesome.
He's just crushing it. But it's just giving that perspective. So quick, Joel, history lesson here. Software engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I worked UPS for years, and about 10 years. Half of that time I was a consultant for them. The other half I was in management, managing the consultants. But I traveled literally all over the world.
Oh, wow.
Doing this. And I was gone. And so when I was talking about earlier, like missing meets, missing, practices and games like that, I made a conscious decision probably about 7 years ago that's not going to be a thing anymore. I took a pay cut. I started working, locally where I didn't have to travel. So I was still commuting into towns, and I was working in Buckhead. But even it's about 3 years ago, I started working from home. I was like, it's not worth it. I get to see my kids get off the bus. I get to, be there when they leave in the morning. I get to be there, when they come home in the afternoon. I get to go to all my daughter's wrestling now. She and I do jujitsu together. We started jujitsu 2 years ago. So we were doing that together. And then she joined the wrestling team. My boys are crushing it. My youngest is in Taekwondo. He loves Lego. I mean, it's just like, I get to be at all those things, and just showing up. That's what I'm building right now. Like, that's the most important thing for me right now, is doing that.
And that's amazing, because I think a lot of young people, they need parents showing up, for sure.
Looking out in a crowd, seeing you there.
Yeah.
I didn't have that growing up.
Wow.
My mom was there, but, it's just like, the
single mom. Was she a single mom?
Single mom.
Oh, yeah.
And so, she would be at all the things. And I realized now, I say it, I was like, Mom, how did you afford marching band? Those dues are expensive. I paid for those dues. Those dues are expensive. How did you afford that?
Yeah.
She was like, we sacrifice.
You do what you do.
You do what you do. But I never saw it. That was the thing. She made sure I never saw the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we were just there. And she would be like, hey, maybe you don't remember this because you're younger than me.
What?
There was a thing called Book It with Pizza Hut, where you read so many books and then you would get like a free personal pan pizza.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, we're going to the library. You got a stack of books.
Yeah.
But she was hustling too, because we would go on Saturdays. I would get my free pizza. She would buy me a couple of comic books. I'm sitting there just still reading while I'm eating my pizza and everything. But that helped us save money and things like that. So just having that, just that intentionality, just being there and everything. I mean, that made all the difference in the world for me growing up. So
yeah, that's so interesting. My mom says that all the time. She's like, growing up, I didn't know I was poor. She said, I didn't know I was poor. I never would have known, because dinner was dinner, and my family was my family, and we never went without. She said, so you grow up, and then you realize and you recognize, my mama made all my dresses because she couldn't afford to buy me a dress. She said, but for her, growing up, she's like, my mama was a seamstress, so that's why I thought she just made all my dresses, but it was more affordable. And just knowing that, your parents make so many sacrifices for children.
And you're a parent now, and you realize that,
I am.
That poor becomes a state of mind.
Oh, absolutely.
And so if you have that state of mind that, hey, I'm poor, I'm less than, like, no, look at all the things that you have and how rich things really are.
You're so blessed,
100%.
Beyond words. Some of my Lego community out there, they like to joke all the time. They're like, you build a Lego set every day for a year, you're rich. And I'm like, well, no, I ain't gonna say all that now. But we do what we do. When you're a parent, I got a kid right now. She is, man, I love her, but when I tell you, she better make it and what she's going into.
Not Erica closing the eyes.
Closing the eyes, man. She is chasing something right now that is very time consuming,
Sure.
and let's just say not cheap.
Dude.
But we want her to have every opportunity that she can.
Yeah.
And so that's why my wife and I, we just sacrifice all the time for her to have those opportunities. And she loves it, you know what I'm saying? And she works very hard at it, which is why it makes it easy for us to just kind of make things happen, which is why I couldn't afford the career house on January 1st. You know what I'm saying? We got to sacrifice these kids, man. But I love it and I wouldn't change it. So what's been the hardest part in that transition? Was that hard for you to kind of be home and spend more time there, or was it just something that was natural?
A little bit, because I am an extrovert. You see me out in the wild and everything, so I do like
out in the wild is crazy.
That's a wild statement in and of itself, right? But no, I'm an extrovert and I like to meet people and I like to talk to people. So going from like an office setting or traveling setting to I'm at home and it's me and the dogs and I'm like, y'all want to go for a walk? Like that kind of thing. That part was a little bit difficult, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I got to know neighbors. I got to know, people that see me on the walk, they honk the horn, whatever, and everything. By the time my wife comes home from work, I'm like, babe, we got to talk. Like I need
you need some another person.
But it all worked out and it was all cool. But like even with those things now, most nights I'm not down into the Lego City until 9:30, 10 o'clock because my youngest goes to bed at 8:30, so I'm hanging out with him until then. And then it's the high schoolers. What are y'all into? Dad, come let us beat up on you on Fortnite. Okay, all right. But it's something to do with them, and then they're going to bed at 10, so it's like normally it's 10 p.m. before I'm even stepping into my Lego room to build and everything. But it's worth it. It's worth it. So
what keeps you going?
Those people I just talked
the little
about.
Little people. Those
little people that I just talked about. Legacy and what legacy you're going to leave. I'm not trying to get deeper, but again, I want my eulogy to be he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And so they keep me going. They keep me young. Doing jujitsu with my daughter keeps me humble. There's nothing like protecting your neck from getting choked by grown dudes for an hour and a half that you willingly paid for. This is Lego money. Wait, what?
I know so much other stuff you could be buying and building.
Erica, come on, man. My collection could double by June. But no, it's fun because it's something that I can do with her.
Yeah.
And she'll look over and see me getting choked and laugh. And I was like, all right, this $150 is worth it. All right, cool. But no, my family keeps me going. So.
That's awesome. How was that support from your wife? Was she happy about that when you decided to make that transition and work from home?
Oh yeah, she was 100% on top of it. So because our spouses sometimes get I won't say get like the short end of it, but like when you're traveling, you're doing all those kind of things. It was easy for me when I was a younger guy starting my career to justify it to be like, this is what I got to do. I've got to work. I've got to do all these things to provide. As you get older, you realize like no, like I can make less money, be home, and the dynamic of the house be better.
Yeah,
because I'm home and I'm present. So. No, everybody was on board with it. And
that's awesome.
It took some time because, again, I'm like, hey, I need to talk. We got to talk. Like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. Let's go do something or whatever. And they're like, Dad, you got to chill. So you got to get some energy out. But no, I mean, everybody's on board. Everybody loves it. So
I love that, man. I love that for you. And I'm glad that you're having that time, with your family and, with your wife.
Yeah.
And, sounds like a great transition in life.
I mean, again, the what's important thing when I just dropped the piece, but it's the what's important thing. So
can you see it? Like where'd it go?
Great.
I do hate this carpet because it's right underneath your. Let me see. Can you see it right there? It's okay. I'll get it.
I see it.
Oh, you got it. Perfect.
Keep that in.
I will. It happens. It's a natural thing that happens. A friend of mine was here and they were building. They were like, I dropped my Lego piece. I said, it's okay. It happens. You just gotta get it.
Chris,
Body by Bricks. Yeah.
So his whole thing is walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And dude crushed it. I mean, you did great, Erica, with the 365 thing and everything. And I love that people have their thing, and you see it go from like beginning to fruition.
And you can see it in his video. The weight that he's lost.
It's so great.
So if you don't know Body by Bricks, he walks on the treadmill while he builds Lego. I can only imagine what it looks like if he drops a piece.
Yeah, but we've had that conversation in there because I've joined him a couple of times where I'm walking on my walking pad, just dropping a piece while you're on a treadmill. It's just building while on a treadmill is hard enough
already in itself.
So
it's definitely dangerous. I don't know if I could do the walking pad, and I feel like I have to try it
just for Joel's entertainment.
I know we're coming toward the end of our session here, but while you're still building, I gotta ask you, what is your white whale set?
Oh man. I have one that's retired and I have one that's still out right now.
Okay, so give me both of them.
So you're familiar with Harry Potter. I'm looking around. You got some Harry Potter stuff.
Yes.
So there's a Hedwig set.
Okay.
The owl.
The big owl.
The big owl. So she is sitting on like a book. You know,
the open book?
Yep, the open book.
Yeah.
Exactly. I need that.
You need that one.
I've only seen it online when it was out. And then I went to, I think, a Brick of Minifigs or somewhere. I saw it in the wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's gorgeous. I really got to get that. It's a beautiful display piece. And so I need that. That's my retired one.
Okay.
And currently in production, I got to get a part-time job for this one, is the Millennium Falcon, the UCS Millennium Falcon.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's actually what Chris is working on.
That's what Chris is working on right now.
Yeah.
And so.
You said how much?
$800.
Ooh, man.
Girl.
Listen.
So if you need me to vacuum after this, or I'm taking side jobs, but no, that's my whale. Like I need that.
That's more expensive than my white whale.
What's your white whale?
My white whale is actually the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason I don't have it right now is because one, the price tag, and two, I just don't know where I would put it. I think it's $650. And the Millennium Falcon is very enticing, right? Because that set when it retires,
it's gonna skyrocket.
It is gonna skyrocket.
So can I tell you real quick? So we have a thing that whenever our kids turn 5, they get to turn 5 at Disney. Oh. Whenever they turn 10, they get to pick anywhere in the lower 48 to go with mom and dad, separate trips.
Okay.
So that's not a brag or anything.
Wait, you said separate trips, so like just them with you, and then just them
so it's all just that one-on-one time.
Okay.
And everything. So when my oldest turned 10, he wanted to go to New York, so we went to New York to see the U.S. Open.
Okay.
So we got to see Serena. We got to see Roger Federer play.
Oh wow!
And so we had a 3 or 4 day trip, just he and I. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And so we flew into New York. I was like, you're gonna see some things. Just stay close to that, but you're gonna see some things. But it was awesome. But we went to the Lego store, Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, Fifth Avenue, the big one.
The big one.
Yeah, it's the one on Fifth Avenue, which my wife and I went last year. It's amazing. I love it.
All right.
I was so happy at this store.
Like when that set had just come out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on display and everything. And he looked up at me. He's taller than me now, but he looked up at me and I was like, I know. I know. And so that's just been something I've been wanting for years and years and years.
Yeah.
To get. And it's retiring this year.
And so you're now you're like, I just got to do it.
The pressure's on. I've got to pull the trigger. I got to bite the bullet. So we do a thing where we save all of our insider points.
Okay.
So we accumulate them throughout the year. And then we end of the year towards December, we'll go and buy a big set.
Yeah.
So the last few years, I think the first time we did it, we got Home Alone House.
Okay.
And then we got Rivendell.
Okay.
And then we got Barad-dûr.
Okay.
The one with the eye at the top and everything. And then this year, we got the Goonies set, and I think I used points on the Creel House.
Okay.
I was saving them for the Creel House. So we'll end up with, $400 or $500 by the end of the year because Dad has a problem. And so, but we'll save that and everything to go towards that. So that's my plan this year, is to save whatever I'm, building up for towards that guy.
Because it's definitely going to be a hot sale around
so
November,
are you
December.
going to have the Eiffel like right here or like what's your plan?
The Eiffel Tower is gonna it might have to go like in another room. I mean, no, it's gonna probably be in here. It's gonna be in here. My wife is gonna give me that talk where she's gonna be like, "Ain't no Eiffel Tower sitting in my living room, so you better find somewhere for it."
So when you come to my house, you're gonna notice. You walk in the front door, you're gonna see. I think I have 2 Lego sets entirely on the main floor. You would never think that, like,
you build Lego.
Yeah, you would never know it.
Mm-hmm.
You would never know it. We have the vending machine.
Okay.
That has like the little minifigures inside. Yep. And then in the family room is Rivendell.
Okay.
Because it's so pretty and it looks so good. I was able to convince her to let
that one sit out.
Let that one sit out. But yeah, you would think there's no Lego. So you should put it right when your entrance door.
Let me tell you. So I don't know if you recognize when you came in the house. There's no Lego.
I saw no Lego
upstairs. There's none on the main level. There is none upstairs. Design? I think she's know what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Gonna be public, right?
Of course, she's gonna hear it. No, for sure, she's definitely gonna hear it. But no, seriously,
I love it.
Now her office at work she has Lego everywhere. So she takes some of my Lego pieces that I've built and she puts them on her desk and things like that. So
do you do that?
I do that as well. I have the vending machine.
Okay.
I have that sitting on my desk for my students. They're having a bad day. If they are just going through a lot, they'll come up and they'll be like, "Hey, can I build, one of the little minifigures?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." So they build it. They don't get to keep it though. Of course, they just take it apart and
You're
put
like,
it back
these are
in.
exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying minifigures every time because then some of them would just come over there and be like, "Can I build 5?" And that gives me an opportunity to build relationships with my students and just have some conversations and. Even if it's just to relax them for a moment, it definitely helps. So, but no, my wife, she loves the Lego stuff, but she's just like, no, I don't want it all over my house. So even when I build, sometimes I'll build in our master bedroom, and the next day I might wake up and it might be moved to like it's moved. How we all have that corner of our room where your wife puts stuff and she's like, you better take this somewhere, right? So that's where she puts my stuff when she's ready for it.
Ours is the leather chair. I'm with you.
Yeah, so mine's is like right on top of my dresser. She puts it there and she's like, hey, you need to take care of this. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Every house has two things. They have a junk drawer. And then they have that spot.
That spot where if your wife puts something there, that means you need to find another location for it.
And quickly.
I
love this therapy session. This is so good.
It is, but it's all facts and it's all love. She's like, I love you. I'll support you. I'm gonna give you space for you to have your stuff, but not up here. Fine.
I tell her all the time. I was like, you literally gotten all this square footage, and I have this one corner. This one corner. Yeah. So,
but whatever she wants, she pretty much gets on the first 2 levels, and then down here in the basement. Down here in the basement, I'm like, this is mine. She's like, don't you want to put this over here? I'm like, no, this is mine.
So mine tried to put a Christmas tree in my Lego room. And I was like, I don't need a Christmas tree down here. She has a Christmas tree thing.
Oh, Christmas trees in every room?
Christmas trees in every room.
Each kid got their own Christmas tree?
Erica, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So she was like, the Lego room needs a Christmas tree.
Don't talk too loud, Joe. My wife might hear you.
All right, cool. So anyway, white whales.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon.
Well, Millennium Falcon, you're definitely gonna get that. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Eiffel Tower this year, but hopefully, whatever guy has for me, I'll take it. But yeah, I mean, that's just one that always kind of stood out for me.
Okay.
When I first got into Lego about 10 years, I want to say it's about 10 years ago, I started building a lot of the architecture sets. That's what really stung out to me at the beginning.
What drew you to those?
I think I just liked the way that they looked. So similar to a lot of the actual architecture.
Okay.
And so I would get all the little cities. So I had like Chicago, I had Vegas.
Nice.
I had Sydney, Australia. So I got a ton of those. Chicago, all that stuff. So I loved it, right? And then I had the Capitol building, which I still have.
Okay.
And then I got the White House, which I had. And then I had a son. And so no, my son loves Lego also. And so my wife and I thought that it would be a great idea to put some of my Lego creations, my Lego sets that I had designed in his room to kind of give it the aesthetic of the whole Lego.
Does this have a sad ending?
It has a really sad ending. So I don't know if
your tone changed.
I don't know. Did you ever build the White House set?
No.
Okay. So the White House set was it's kind of in 3 pieces, right? So you have the main part, and then you have like the East Wing and the West Wing of the White House. Amazing set. It was so beautiful.
They're reminiscing.
So put it on my son's shelf. And he has friends over and they're playing and stuff. And and so I think one day I go in there and it's just the main house. Like the West Wing.
The West Wing was gone.
The West Wing is gone. The East Wing is gone. And I'm like, son.
Fallen.
Yeah. I'm like, son, what happened to the White House? And then he pulls out like this little bin and he's like, it fell, so I just put it in the box so you can rebuild it again. And I just never rebuilt it. I was just like, it's okay. So yeah, that's probably one that I kind of miss, having put together. But yeah, we still have it. It's just the main house.
So it's a rainy day here in Georgia. It's a perfect day to first build your wife some botanicals.
Yeah, right.
And then rebuild the White House.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel about your kids being in your Lego city and touching your Legos?
So my youngest is actually in charge of story. So his job is story.
Wow.
So he's the creative director. So he goes down and takes minifigs, and I have a funny story for you for that with the Lego movie. But so he goes down and he takes minifigs, places them all, and like creates little storylines in the city and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even
his job.
think about something like that. That's
So
cool.
me again. So again, like we build and like we want for display purposes and everything. And I'm like, oh, this construction guy needs to be over here. He's like, no, Dad, the construction guy's had a hard day, so he's gonna be at the National Museum of History
Right.
and his family, or whatever, you know, kind of thing. But when you've seen the Lego movie, Eric, you've never seen the Lego movie.
Mm-mm. I'm ashamed.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. I've got to go.
Y'all don't cancel me.
We got to fix that. We got to see the Lego.
Okay. I'm going to take care of that this weekend.
I'm going to spoil it for you.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to spoil because it's been out for a while.
Yeah, it has.
It's been out for a while. At the end, it's shown that the dad is the evil Lord Business.
Okay.
And he's super glued all of his sets in the city, and the kids aren't allowed to play with him and everything.
Oh.
Then my kids not seeing the movie live in the theater, look down the row at me, then back at him, and then back at me again. And I'm like, I don't super glue anything.
Right.
I was always like, these are Dad's sets. These are Star Wars. These are going to be worth money one day, and all this other kind of stuff. And so that changed that whole perspective. And so I was like, everybody's welcome. Everybody come in. They help me build. And I'll be working on things and be like, you know, hey, my 6-year-old daughter could care less now. You know.
When she was younger.
When she was younger, my baby was in there with me and everything. But now she's 16, and I need all the help I can.
You're not cool enough.
I'm not cool enough.
I got twin 16-year-olds right now. So
all right, help me with that, please.
Yeah.
But she'll come in. I'll be like, Olivia, can you come in and just give me an idea? She's like, that doesn't look good. You need to change that, and didn't do that. Then she roll her eyes and walk out. But I appreciate it because I'm including her and everything too. But no, so the kids are a big part of it. My 18-year-old and the 11-year-old, though, they're big fans of it.
Yeah, and I so when I celebrated the end of my 365, we had a big party over here, and people were like, hey, can my kids come? And I'm like, man, I'm celebrating a year of building Lego. Absolutely, your kids can come. My kids are going to be there. It's going to be a blast. And so I let a lot of my friends' kids come down here, and they got to walk around the Lego room, and they got to pick a set that they wanted to keep for themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Well, that's what I'm doing. So I don't know if I think I told you, but I'm not sure if everyone's aware. But
pretend like you didn't.
I know, right? I'm giving away over 245 of the sets that I built over my course of 365 because I do want to give, children that are less fortunate the opportunity to build Lego and get some of those sets that maybe parents won't buy because they're just a little too pricey.
They are pricey.
So just want to be able to spread that joy and that love. So having a lot of those little ones and the kids come down here and they were just in awe and they were like, don't touch. And I'm like, it's okay. If something breaks, that's probably one of the best things about Lego is that if it
100%.
breaks, you can build it back.
100%. But that joy and elation when they walk in here.
Right.
I'm 44 and I walked in here, and what did I tell you? I got goosebumps.
You were looking around like, oh my God.
And I can afford it. But like that elation, like that's what it's about.
So I have a friend and her son. I'm gonna talk about him just for a second because he is in 2nd grade. He's in elementary school. If he's here, he loves coming down here in the Lego room.
Okay.
He gets a little handsy sometimes, and I'm like, Dan, and he's like, okay, don't touch unless I have permission. And that's fine. Like as long as he has permission, I'm like, go for it. And then he'll come and he'll play for a set and he'll take it apart. And then my son is like, he just keeps breaking them. And I'm like, son, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can put them back together if he breaks them. 100%. And he's like, but you worked so hard. And I said, and it's okay. I can do it all over again. But that's one of the best parts about Lego is that it can all be put back together. It's
not that serious.
Right, exactly. So I see you're coming to the end of this nostalgic Technic set that you have.
I am.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy building that set? And what did it bring back for you?
I got this on my 12th birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Julian. Not my son, my best friend. And it's happiness.
Yeah.
It's apple pie. It's mac and cheese and chicken tenders. I mean, it's just, again, like getting that as a gift was just, obviously I'd name my kid after him. So it's coming from that friend. So like all these memories of Saturday morning when Power Rangers first came out.
Yeah.
The very first episode. I watched it at my house. He watched it at his house. We called each other.
Yeah.
And then we went outside and did karate for like 3 hours. Like all these things are coming back because it's just that feeling. So now I know when this is sitting in my office on my desk or whatever, and I look at it, like all that stuff's going to come back. That's the joy that Lego brings. What does Lego mean? What's the word? Like, what does it mean?
I think it's play well.
Play well.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's play well.
And so being that kid, like, you know, I don't want to be a Lego investor and just buy things and take that away from other kids that want to have that set. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I want to have that joy with it. Like, my kids will be grown. They'll have their kids. I want my grandkids to come over one day and just look at this stuff, touch it, play with it, whatever. Granddad can rebuild it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it brings joy. So, and did you know that Tecna used to come with their own minifigures?
I did not, and I was getting ready to ask you about that because I'm like, I don't even know if you can consider that a minifigure.
It's not a minifig, but I remember getting this guy because these guys came with Technic setting, and so yeah,
that is awesome. That is much bigger
nowadays.
And I don't think we even get minifigures in any of the Technic sets now.
In Technic sets anymore, so.
Yeah. So you might have something worth something here for real because look at that. Like that is, I've never even seen that before. So that's awesome.
It's dope. That brings me a lot of joy.
And I'm so glad that that's the set that you brought to build today. I hope that you are able to get your white whales that you have been looking for. I know you're going to get that Millennium Falcon because it's already in the cart.
I like your positivity more than my bank account. But
oh man, listen. Well, I appreciate you so much, brother. I appreciate you coming back. And us being able to share this experience together. It was amazing. You have anything that you want to leave everybody with, or
go support Erica? No, for real. I mean,
I appreciate that.
What you did last year was huge. What you're doing this year is just so elevated and next level. And we've been geeking out and everything. We're texting each other and everything. And I'm like, how'd you do this? What did you do about this? You know, and everything. And it's bringing that excitement and that joy back in me.
Yeah.
It's reignited me to like, this is what it's about, building these relationships, quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
I know that for you, and I think I can speak for you, we're not chasing numbers or anything like that or whatever. It's about doing this.
Yeah. Enjoying it for the love of it.
Enjoying it for the love of it.
Yeah.
Playing well. And so, yeah. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all go follow my guy Sipping with Studs on Instagram and on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow him. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Stack Conversations with your girl, Sweetie Bricks. Make sure y'all follow along. All right. Make sure y'all subscribe wherever you're watching us on. Okay. Wherever you love your podcast, make sure y'all continue to listen. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for this episode of Stack Conversations with your girl, Sweetie Bricks, where we build and talk about Lego and life one brick at a time. All right, family. Y'all be blessed. See y'all later. Peace. Man, I appreciate you so much.